again, coming to the unrest in Haryana, what does the front page tell us? Here in the Times of India, at Palwal, renewed call for boycott of minorities. Lawyer booked for hate speech. Dares the police. So that's the situation. It seems like we're coming back to square one. You know, after the bulldozer action was stopped in Nuh, after the High Court intervention, it seemed like good sense finally prevailed on the ground. But we're back to square one. Another set of boycott calls against
what gives them that
particular
strength
community.
What gives them that strength to go ahead and make such claims right in on open and public platform? And it is not that the police are also keeping quiet. They are booking even cases, Kabir, and still you have these elements coming in and making such statements blatantly.
Is this a case of not having a fear of the police anymore?
Or is the question of any consequence of law? Maybe the action when it comes to the ground needs to be more severe. Because, see, why is it that they are making this? Are they trying to, in fact, establish their influence over there so that they can stand for elections next year? Or what is the idea behind it that you make such blatant speeches despite police action? Despite police action, you have so much of, this thing happening on the ground, which is really, I mean, for me, it's been quite shocking because when I opened the first story you see is that, and here, basically, I'll just read the small report and probably you'll be able to add in as well. Hundreds of Bajrang Dal and Vishwa Hindu Parishad members joined a Mahapanchayat in Palwal on Sunday and said that they will go on a religious procession in a village in the Nuh district later this month, less than a fortnight after the previous attempts led to communal clashes in the area.
We'll resume Yatra on August 28th.
That on Friday we did that story about the resumption of
the Yatra on August 28th.
And this is again in an area which has become quite sensitive. Now, meanwhile, it is being said that the event the event attended by thousands from the right-wing Hindu groups in 3 states, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan, had many attendees making hate speeches that targeted the Muslim community directly and indirectly, including by the use of Islamophobic pejorative.
Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem, Varghese. See, I'll tell you what. We know how sensitive the situation was. We've got so many, DGPs on our show from Uttar Pradesh, from Haryana as well, former DGPs, who've come and told us that the police was caught napping. They woke up too late from their deep slumber. And the fact that Monu Manesar, the sensitivity of Nuh being a Muslim-dominated area, Junaid and the other person who was killed, burnt alive in that, allegedly burnt alive in that car, they hailed from Nuh. Again, the Yatra will start from Gurgaon, is going to follow the usual route. It says that it will start from Gurgaon, pass through Nalhar Shiv temple in Nuh and culminate at the Shringar temple in the district. So, you're again taking it through Nuh. You saw the videos, how social media was used to trigger, was almost weaponized in the sense that, Monu Manesar put out these videos that I'm coming to Nuh, be ready for my welcome, be ready with your garlands. And that stone pelting happened, all of that happened. And now again, the Yatra is going to be carried out from the same place.
Look at the kind of statements that are coming in from those hate speeches as well. Among the demands that were made in those angry speeches were for lessons to be taught, Hindu families to be armed, and the district of Nuh, where Muslims are in majority, to be dissolved and merged with others. Many of the attendees carried arms, and the turnout, estimated at 5,000, was close to 10 times the permission that was granted for the event. Now, that is the level at which we are in fact looking like. They were openly carrying arms and 5,000 people have assembled carrying arms, and a hate speech that was made. What is happening? I mean, the police are saying that they are taking booking,
I really want the viewers to get down in the comment section and, tell us what's going on inside your mind. What do you feel? What's your opinion when you read information like this? In Nuh, Mahapanchayat says Yatra will resume on August 28th. We know that. It's going to carry the same route. It's going to go across all the same places again. And the Mahapanchayat says it wants guns for self-defense. So, already there's bloodshed on the ground. There is communal bias. People are now asking for each other's identification cards. It's straight out of a story my, grandfather would tell me about Auschwitz, how the Jews were segregated on the ground back in the day. You again have people asking for identification cards, and if you're a Hindu, you're let off. If you're a Muslim, well, then, pray for your stars. Gun-wielding speaker. This is a gun-wielding speaker who says, keep your blood warm. Khoon garam rakhiyega. Khoon garam rakhiyega. police say we're looking at the speeches. So police is just looking at the speeches.
No, see, look at this, okay. It is being said, the Palwal superintendent of police said several conditions were laid down before the event was approved, and members were asked to ensure peace and harmony. They were asked not to deliver any hate speech and not to indulge in any communal clashes. Heavy police deployment was around the venue and on the routes to keep a check on vehicular movement. Police officials later did not respond to requests for comments on the nature of speeches and threats made at the event. Though they were given a complete, kind of a restrictive aspect of how they can hold that
Demands are
meet.
being made that Nuh district should be abolished.
That's what I was saying. I just read it. Like they wanted to be dissolved and merged with neighboring districts.
So you want to basically Nuh, they want Nuh to stop
Being no.
being Nuh.
I
They want Nuh to cease to exist.
Basically, that seems to be the
To
kind
just
of.
vanish.
But how is it that hate speeches, 5,000 people have been given the permission to assemble? They were even told not to carry on with hate speeches. They
Right.
carried out the hate speeches right under the nose of the police. The court, in fact, becoming very aggressive when it came to the issue about how they had gone ahead with the demolitions, even asking that heavily worded question saying that are you ethnic cleansing as well. So I think this should go back to the court and to find out what exactly is happening, because but I think peace has been restored by timely action and did not go out at all when it came to the kind of situation that we saw in many other places. The police did act on time and they tried to bring the situation under control immediately. But then again, what is the intent of these processions? What is the intent of the kind
at
of
that.
configuration that
take
is
a
being
look
looked
at
at,
that.
hate
Take a look
speeches
at
that are
those
being
visuals.
made? So it's one thing that is actually worrying. But anyway, the administration did in fact deploy a lot of police personnel, but still in that it is being said, according to this report that is there in the Hindustan Times, it said that they did make some of these demands, and that itself seems to be in a very bad situation in the sense that there's some kind of peace right now. I hope the peace prevails as of now.
Well, I strictly feel that there should be more coming in from the government of the day in the state. It is their job to make sure that both communities on the either side of the divide right now, and I'm going to clearly say it's Hindus versus Muslims. Both the government's job needs to be that they must come out and allay fears from both communities. They must prevent rumor mongering inside both communities,
And see,
make
on
sure
social
that both
media,
communities can see each other eye to eye.
so the thing is about it, Kabir, is that in social media, when you had so much of information out there, you knew there was tension building up, no action was taken. Fine, the local administration has failed completely on that. Then you have the administration actually stepping in once the violence had started. They did curb it. That we should appreciate the fact that they did curb it immediately. And
Well,
in 3-4 days.
Varghese, it seems like
But then
we're
there are
past that
these
point.
elements,
We're back to square one.
they have these elements who are in fact giving out that call. And on August 13th, that is yesterday, we have this call being given. Hindu outfits decide to resume the Braj Mandal Yatra on August 28th. So I think peace should prevail.